All right, questions for Jared, go ahead.
Coach, how exciting is it to get, got the first one out of the way, now get to, do the first ones here in front of the fans?
Yeah, well, I mean, home opener is always fun, right? First time to come out and show our fans what we got, so it's an exciting day. Yeah, I like it. We get one out of the way on the road. Pretty good hockey game from us. Lots of things we can build on from that game, but a lot of things that we liked. And yeah, goal is to go out today with the a little bit better energy at the start and sort of sustain that for a full 60 minutes against a good team.
Considering you're still so early in the year, like how much can you change from a game that you win 4-1?
Well, there's some things that we can be better at. Like we kind of waded into the start of that game and took us till probably about the 8-minute mark of the first, 10-minute mark of the first to kind of get up and get going. And we didn't spend a lot of time in O-zone play. We were effective when we were in there at times, but like to control the possession game a little bit more than we did in that one. But the checking aspect of our game, the commitment to defend, especially in the middle of 30 minutes of that game, was really good. And I like the physicality and edge that we played with too. I think it has to be part of our DNA this year. And so really good starting points in a bunch of things. And, I think the execution and getting used to playing under pressure will come, as we get some more games under our belt.
Coach, without much baseline against this team this early in the season, obviously, what are you kind of focused on facing the Mammoth tonight?
Skilled, very skilled team, quick team, really good possession team, in all three zones. They don't make it easy on you on the defensive side because they skate really well, and they can be a handful like offensively. They're a creative group. They don't like to throw the puck away in the offensive zone, so they play with it a lot. And so you're going to get some isolated one-on-ones in the defensive zone. We're going to have to use our skating to our advantage, and we can use our physicality to our advantage. But you got to be comfortable playing in all three zones against these guys with and without the puck.
Devon mentioned that it felt like a feeling out period at the start of the last game. He said there's probably 8 to 10 games of that just to start the season. How do you kind of game plan for these early games without a lot of tape on what they've been doing, new rosters on the other side?
Most teams, same coach, similar lineup. We look back at how they finished last year. We kind of work off last year's metrics, what they were good at and what they weren't good at. Game planning for them last year, you're kind of using things that you liked and things that you didn't like or that you need to be aware of. And so you're kind of running off last year's video, along with some preseason stuff, but a lot of mixed rosters in preseason. So it's mostly, kind of looking at their group and their tendencies from last year. And if they change things, you just got to be flexible and ready on the fly.
Bailey.
See the hat.
Go ahead, Bailey, or get you, sorry.
With such a special teams heavy game like last game was, what is there to take away heading into tonight?
Well, PK got some work at the end of the game, so there's always things to look at. I think both sides of it, I think the McKinnon unit on the power play did a nice job getting in the zone and getting set up and weren't that dangerous when they got in, but they capitalized on, a real good shooting opportunity off a face-off, and there's some things that they did that we've been talking about in practice. The second unit had trouble getting in, but were highly effective in the time that they did and created some good looks in minimal time. So both those units will, review that and go through that and some things that they can do to be more dangerous. And on the penalty kill side, I thought they did a really nice job 4 versus 5. First time you see a 5-on-3, and there's some adjustments there that can be made. So you're constantly learning, after games, doing reviews, and then also studying what Utah might throw at us tonight. So there's lots to work on this time of year.
All right.
I see the hat. How important is it for this hockey team to capitalize on home ice advantage?
It's been important for us, especially if we're going to get to where we want to get to, like the division and the conference. Those are goals that we have, finishing first and set ourselves up, come playoff time, to try to finish as high as we can and get home ice advantage. And we've been a really good holding team over the years, and I'd like for that to start immediately tonight in front of our crowd.
Coach, talk to you about Sam Olinsky playing on his offside, how he's going to be able to handle that. On the first game, he takes a puck off the wall on his backhand, turns it back towards the middle of the ice and scores a goal. Just what do you think of his first game really on that side.
He's improving over there with his puck touches. He still gets stuck a few times. Like, one of the things I like about Sam's game is, like, in transition and breakouts, that gets his feet moving north and can either make a play or carry the mail a little bit, and he's doing that less on the left side. He's kind of getting frozen over there, but he's still making nice plays. He's a handsy player. That's a skill play. It's something that they work on in practice, even when he's on the right side, that they work on taking pucks off the wall on both sides and releasing a good shot. He'll just have to do more work on it on the left side as he moves forward here in all situations, breakouts, regroups. The more touches he gets over there, the more comfortable he's going to get. We can show him some things on video that can help him, I think, in certain situations. So, but I think game one, probably the best game he's played over there so far, including exhibition.
Evan?
Going back to the PK, Brock, I think, led all the forwards in penalty kill ice time.
Yep.
He didn't do that a ton here last year. Like, what do you like about him playing in that role?
Big, long, strong, smooth. He's fast, covers a lot of ice, and he's a good left-hand centerman too. So, he did it for years on the island. Like, we had a group last year that we really trusted on the penalty kill. It was one of the best in the league, last third of the season or half of the season before we got Brock. So we settled into some of those guys. But this year, new opportunity for a lot of guys in different roles.
Any last one? Court?
Brock played, it was like 2.5 minutes more than Nate, almost 3. I should have looked it up, but I'm sure that hasn't happened here in a long time where Nate, but it kind of goes back to what you talked about with the depth of just like having the option to play your second line center 23 minutes in a game if you need to.
Yeah, and that's dictated by power play and penalty kill too. So Brock's on the number one unit with Nate, so they'll should have equal ice time there. The game's penalty kill heavy at the end of it, so Brock's going to pick up more minutes. Same with Lackey.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.